Hey Ma, do you know what bursts my bubble?
What bursts your bubble?
Fake people on the internet.
Well, there are a lot of fake people and there are a lot of liars.
So do you know how I'm talking to the woman from East Harlem and she wanted to go to a coffee shop near Penn Station?
Yeah.
Texting,
correct?
We're texting, but I just communicated with her this morning and she said...
By phone or by text?
She doesn't want to give me her phone number, but she said she would video chat with me through Facebook dating. Do you think this sounds fishy or do you think this sounds legitimate? I don't really know. I mean, I know we've been catfished and scammed and duped by cyberbullies in the past.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I know Harlem, I don't know about East Harlem. I mean, it's gentrifying, but I know it could be a rough and tough area, correct? I'm not meeting her in East Harlem, by the way. I'm meeting her in, by Penn Station. But I mean, first off, I don't even have the money for a long distance relationship.
And think about it. If you're going to put this level of money into this relationship, how often, she's not even willing to meet you halfway. So how often, and financially, you just, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense.
Somebody said it just doesn't make it much sense to
try to. It's a long distance relationship, technically.
Yeah. First, I mean, it might be good for the socialization practice, but how do I know she's not setting me up to rob me or?
You don't.
I mean, maybe I.
Is it even her? Is it?
She's willing to video chat, but maybe I'll show up at the coffee shop and I'll get assaulted by some people. You never know. And obviously, I have an irrational fear of New York City to begin with. You know, I have very bad anxiety. I'm afraid of stepping on debris. New York City's very dirty. So I don't like New York City to begin with. So
then why would you want to start a relationship with someone that lives there? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, unless she had like tons of money or, you know, was like this beautiful woman. I mean, not to say this woman isn't beautiful, but she's not like this supermodel with tons of money. You know what I mean? She's living in East Harlem. You know what I mean? Like, let's say I found out she lived in Tribeca or the Upper East Side and had tons of money and looked like a model. I think I'd be more likely to want to go on the date for the obvious reasons. But like they say,
that's a fantasy. You know, yeah. I always said to myself, when people have said to me back in the day when I was thrown back in the dating world, oh, don't you want to date a doctor? And I said, I'm realistic.
Right.
I'm okay. I'm maybe average, a little above average, but I know that people with tons of money and people that, they're not looking for me. They're looking for a supermodel. Though somebody, everybody wants to scale up.
I know some people say I look like a young Tom Cruise. However, you know, they're not interested in disabled adult children with schizoaffective, with no money. You know what I mean? They're not interested in man children. 37-year-old man children.
You want to date people that get you.
Yeah.
That get you and that can relate to you and that really care about you. And that's hard to find. And usually it's among our peers and among people that are in our realm.
You should be interested in finding true love, you know.
And true friendship.
And I mean, I guess you could find it, but I guess the point I was trying to make was, if this woman was a model with tons of money living in Tribeca or the Upper East Side, and she's like, come to New York City, you know, I'll bankroll.
She's looking for a billionaire.
I'll bankroll you. But yeah, a woman like that would be looking for a billionaire herself. She wouldn't be looking for, oh my God, the man of my dreams is making videos in his mother's house, you know? This is.
I mean, don't put yourself down.
I'm not.
But that being said,
it's realistic.
You're being realistic and you're working on yourself and you're working on your growth. And at some point, you know, you know what? Somebody gave me a piece of advice once.
Yes.
They said, always be with somebody that loves you a little more. It's an easier life. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Because when somebody loves you a little more and you're not the one trying to gain that love and that acceptance,
yeah,
it's an easier life and you can always feel secure in that.
Yeah.
So that is what it is.
And that is what it is.
There's somebody that loves you a little more.
The doggy.